Day 71. And today, what I want to talk about is that the evolutionary pressure on us, on our lives, is so palpable now. We're all are asked, invited to change. What do I mean by that? I mean to start seeing life beyond the understanding that we've inherited from our parents and society at large, and we're invited to start understanding, realizing, expanding our consciousness to understand that life is so much bigger than what life is so much bigger than be a good girl, get good grades, get a good job, get a good husband, get good children, get good house, get good retirement, and die. Life is so much like this has been such a flattened out version of what life is supposed to be, so limited, so only focused on material survival. There is no room for our spirit. Moreover, there is so much expectation. There is so much expectation that there are these specific feelings that will come, that if we get married, we'll feel love. If we have a good job, we'll feel secure. If we have a good house, we'll feel stability, etc., etc. And the fact is that I've been observing human condition for as long as I remember, even before my own crisis. And of course, ever since I've been going through my changes, I realized all of it on my own, in my own body, in my own mind, and in my own life. And the thing is that what catches us, those of us who are willing to pay attention, is that we do not get the feelings of security from our house. We do not get the feelings of love from our partners. We do not get the feelings of safety from a big fence, all that stuff, or from like a good job. Because what we're doing is we're trying to create stability in a life that is not stable. We're trying to foresee the future and fix the future that is completely unpredictable and completely unfixable. So those of us who have dared to question some of these premises with which we live, or have been forced to, like me, to question these premises, are realizing that there is nothing stable or fixable in life, especially life that we are living. This 21st century is going extremely fast. Things are changing so much faster than the changes that our ancestors witnessed in their lifetimes. So what actually needs to happen now is for us to start understanding that the feelings we were trying to get from those status symbols or those trappings of material life are not coming from there. That what we expected to get from outside is not going to come from outside. That what we expected to get from other people cannot come from other people, because feelings are ours, and feelings of safety, of love, of security, of happiness is a completely self-directed state of being. And yes, to a certain degree, of course, like, if I get happy news from one of my children, it like floods me with happy feelings for a moment. What I am observing is that what actually dictates our lives and our choices are our own inner world. And our own inner world can be influenced by outside factors only very briefly and only a little bit. that there is a kind of a critical mass that pulls us back to our default setting. So even if the outside circumstances are changing and shifting, and we think that, you know, our dreams are coming true, well, until we clear our emotional debris from the past, until we understand our inner world, until we understand what actually makes us happy, we will not be able to, because we're not really present for the present moment. We're stuck in our past without realizing. So the feelings that we're looking for are not there. The feelings are dictated by our own psycho-emotional state and by the past and our conditioning and the childhood experiences that we've had. This is what dictates our feelings, not any of the outside circumstances. Long term, I mean sustainably. And this is what I found in my life, and this is what I am exploring more and more, because I had this, you know, message from my sister that I'm going to be posting about, I think later today, where she said, you know, you always had like a dream life. You had everything that other people can dream about, and you were always unhappy, or like you were still unhappy. And you know what? It's the truth. It's the things that I've been writing about for a while. And I also found that when I realized that I'm deeply unhappy, there was no room for my truth in the world in which I lived. Nobody could hear me. I would say to my friends, you know, that I'm unhappy, and they would say, you know, they wouldn't understand because my outside trappings were so good, looked so good, you know. When I told my family that I'm unhappy, they were all like, everybody was denying my feelings of unhappiness because my life looked a certain way. Like it looked the way it was supposed to, but it didn't feel the way it was supposed to when life looked like that. And that is what I explore in a lot of my writing. And that is what I am also interested in, you know, that's what I talk about with my clients as well, because many of us are good girls, overachievers, yet we didn't find that place of peace and harmony and safety to be who we are, and freedom of expression and confidence. Those are still missing. It's a kind of constant, you know, thirst that's not being quenched. And that's what I work on in my work for myself, and that's what I work on with other people, that our feelings come from within. So in order to feel happy, in order to feel safe, in order to feel love, in order to feel secure, that's a completely internal process that will not come from out there, will come definitely from in here once we understand who we are, what makes us happy, what makes us love, what makes us feel secure. This is a lot. This is what I'm working on right now, and I will be developing this more. I just wanted to share with you today. All right, everyone, see you tomorrow.